Ladies and gentlemen, meet Jimmy, an introducer who is no representative of OnlyFriends group. Like you, he's a student, but in the virtual reality. Today, Jimmy will introduce all of the members of our group, OnlyFriends. And now, we are going to talk about the hero of software engineer.
Hero of us is Grady Booch. Grady Booch is a world-renowned computer scientist who is recognized internationally for his innovative work in software engineering, best known for developing the Unified Modeling Language, or UML. He was born on February 27, 1955. He is interested in science and technology. So in his 22 years old in 1977, Grady holds a bachelor's degree in science from the United States Air Force Academy and worked at Vandenberg Air Force Base after he graduated. The next 2 years in 1979, he got his Master of Science in Electrical Engineering from the University of California at Santa Barbara. After this, he became an instructor at Air Force Academy. And now, he is currently developing a major transmedia project for public broadcast, computing the human experience. Grady serves as Chief Scientist of Operational Software Corporation since its founding in 1981, and through its acquisition by IBM in 2003. He now is part of IBM Research, serving as Chief Scientist for Software Engineering, which is his current position for his 56 years old, as well as leading IBM's research in embodied cognition. Grady continues to engage with customers working on real problems and maintains deep relationships with academia and other research organizations around the world. For significant awards, he was awarded the IEEE Computer Society Computer Pioneer Award in 2016 for his pioneering work in object modeling that led to the creation of the Unified Modeling Language.
The UML. UML is stand for a Unified Modeling Language. The UML is not a programming language, but it helps a programmer to understand the model of the whole program. The basic idea of the UML is to explain the thousands of words as a picture or a flow. The benefit of the UML is it makes the program is more readable and flexible, and it is also easy to use and easy to understand the UML diagram. And it also improves the team project communication by using the UML diagram. Lastly, it improves the software quality. About the feature, the UML diagram has many kinds, but I will talk only the UML diagram that related to the software development. The first one is activity diagram. It's used for explaining the workflow of the program. Sequence diagram is used for explaining the communication between modules. The use case diagram is used for explaining the interaction between the user and the function of the program. And lastly, the class diagram is used for explaining the class and also explaining the relationship between the classes.
About the impact of UML on SE community. UML has become the de facto standard for system development and has been pushed as a technology that will help alleviate some of the software engineering industry long-standing difficulties. However, there's currently no actual data to support the idea that UML is a successful way to model software system. Indeed, there's a great deal of anecdotal evidence to the reverse, namely that UML is too complicated, inconsistent, incomplete, and difficult to master. And next is about role in software development of UML. UML diagrams may be used to illustrate a project before it begins or as documentation for a project after it has begun. However, the overarching objective of UML diagram is to assess teams to envision how project is or will operate, and they may be utilized in any industry, not just software engineering. It provides a common language for individuals to communicate with one another. On the one hand, everyone has a common style of describing what is unusual in their own idea. On the other hand, humans are more easily impressed by visual than text.
The hero of software engineer, Grady Booch, who invented UML. Let's see his story. Back to the 1990s was the era of object-oriented languages. For example, C++, the object-oriented languages were used to build the complex systems. As a result, system developers were complicated to comprehend. It led to the design and analysis problems after the deployment of the system. But it was hard to explain the system to others. After UML was introduced, many game-changing changes were made for simplifying the difficult task of analyzing the system. UML is an object-oriented, unified modeling language. It was invented by software engineers Grady Booch, Ivan Jacobson, and James Lumber during 1994 and 1995 until 1996.
For UML inventors had the ideas for designing a language which would reduce the complexity. The first one, Booch's method, was flexible to work with during the design and construction object. The second one is a Jacobson's method, provides a great way to work around the use cases. It also has a powerful approach for the high-level design. And the third and the last, Rambart's method, turned out to be very useful while handling the sensitive systems. Later on, behavioral models and state charts were introduced in the UML, which were invented by the David Harrell. UML was recognized as a standard by Object Management Group in 1997. Object Management Group is responsible for managing UML ever since it was adopted as a standard. In 2005, the International Organization for the Standardization approved UML as an ISO standard. It is used in the various industries for the create object-oriented models, as you have seen in nowadays. That's all for our group. We are only friends, and as you see, everyone is here. Hope you enjoy our content and our work. Feel free to comment. Thank you very much.